attached to the Champions League nama competition ne demu sonko. Mehunu certain rivalries are Champions League create in recent times. I think say the earlier one mimi hu ye ana mi so ana me nyini ba na Manchester United ni Juventus.
Okay.
The rivalry on create here. After 1996 UEFA Champions League and Manchester United ni Juventus share no. The peak of omu games no e be PM in 1999. Abana Manchester United they kwakodi the treble of the UEFA Champions League. So game na Roy Keane Eddie card that went in the final of the Champions League no. Very intense. Pavonet Vedmo, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane Nemu, Oligan Associate Teddy Sheringham. We enjoyed that particular glory, but Manchester and the Koye. Yebenya Chelsea ni Liverpool. Abra Jose Mourinho be PMO there. Ebe PMO Chelsea no. In 2005, Luis Garcia eshe 1-0 bi. Emu ye din ye this go no mo say antra line no.
Yeah.
And see wa the following 2 seasons, almost Akoshia beam in the champion. It took penalties to separate the two of them. Chelsea and Liverpool then there between 2004, 2005, 5, 6, 6, 7.
Send 9 crown a ball 4-4 be
no ball 4-4
semi-final na
quarter. And they chair cry. It's a and they be 2009, 2010. And yes, Sabina Chelsea ni Barcelona.
Hey. Baby Atom Henano Vrebo be a chiano.
Sabina Chelsea ni Barcelona. E mu the Ronaldinho Ebejina Stamford Bridge Versailles. Ever 10 results in the Barcelona. That fast forward, Yababenya, even Manchester City ni Liverpool. Real Madrid ni Barcelona has always had their rivalry in the league, not in the Champions League. In the last 20 years, Ebe Pierre Mubakubi no Mubeshia was semi-final of the Champions League.
The Ibrahim Afalai.
And
Messi Mukoyo
Benabao no. And Tuatuaso. But Chelsea Liverpool Tuatuaso. Or Man City Liverpool at Tuatuaso 2 seasons be. Now Real United need Juventus 96 then and also Tuatuaso, but then there's Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. More than 16 occasions when it comes to UEFA Champions League. The rivalries when it comes to UEFA Champions League, you know, is created by Enyoma Miensa. One, the quality of these two teams almost standard for individual players within the setup. Number 2, how consistent they've been in Europe with their results. And number 3, coaches no Mujinan channel. Because Ochaki Man Uni Juventus then and Alex Ferguson ni Marcello Lippi. Winning the standard of Marcello Lippi. And Yababenya Jose Mourinho. Also Rafa Benitez.
Yeah.
What must I say?
Yeah.
And he has also been Pep Guardiola and Carlo Ancelotti in the Champions League, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich. Yes, I've been Jose Mourinho, even Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich and any Guardiola. You have Hanks mo, and so you look at the quality of players. So no more these teams, and you have body because we've experienced great players in such matches. Messi, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, Pavel Nedved, Zinedine Zidane, Didier Deschamps. You bet him about body akwa kositire. But the consistency of these teams in Europe no, e ma ni da musronko. Baby a sa teams ni duru ye no, eho ana City and Madrid eduru. Two coaches ni wan, Carlo Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola. Two coaches o ma Bobby Aje as players, two coaches o ma J as coaches. Two coaches o ma consistent in Europe. Barcelona, Real Madrid, AC Milan, Bayern Munich. Two teams are of late more producing and more top players. Real Madrid are Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid are Gareth Bale. Real Madrid are Mesut Ozil. But under Carlo Ancelotti, who is coming so much between Cristiano Ronaldo, Munina Bobiko, Rafael Varane Mabeboko, Omuna between. But there is Manchester City, Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester City are Ballon d'Or winner in the shape of Rodri. Nanka other teams say produce Ballon d'Or players power England. Nanka Manchester United because more Dennis Law, more Bobby Charlton, and almost all Cristiano Ronaldo. By City putting itself on the map and defy the odds at tra or more boundaries with England. And they are back Europe. Abe creating a rival situation between Omo and the greatest team ever in the history of European football.
Yeah.
Real Madrid. It is not easy. So being Real Madrid a creative rivalry in the Champions League, me buni pakroni because Real Madrid is the standard when it comes to the UEFA Champions League. It is only a kwa. That means they've done their project well and they've done things well. But the amount two teams individual players who decided these games. Newton and Roma Maya with the lineups. Anybody or expecting the games in the Miyako. But and the two different players number in Kevin De Bruyne and Jude Bellingham. Yebo Kylian Mbappe, Yebo Vinicius. And we are better than ball Pedro Abaso. But I think Jude Bellingham, since he's so copious Real Madrid, only the most clutch player in Europe.
Say, Emuye Dempa. Oye
Bibi. In the latter stages of the game. Fancy we will be a basketball. Say, your crunch time offensive rating. The last 5 minutes of games are we have 5 points or more or less to decide. The baby and your come fast on the rating. Even in NFL, no more. Apart from football, no more than so in football, measuring such a thing, no, Nyoma mienu na abegina so de decide.
I said Madrid bar last
week no. Obian from about 2-2. Jude winning goal.
Oshori
ane be pon.
Yeah, they can say this be decider.
Football dey can so
say bars beater no.
That is it. Now the other man football dey na yetimi measure na say one. Timing na nipa kon dey be say goal na the value of the goal. Because 2-0 na so be share na 3-0 la enye clutch moment. But 1-0 no be near the point where 1-1 was secure point a clutch moment.
Said no Alfonso Davies
by minute na clutch moment. Now Jude Bellingham adina woye no Europe no e ma na distinct among many other midfielders we've seen. Because what they need to do as anyoma we strikers adwuma no motaye. It me ametena say adewe otaye no league mu nko because as ade no but Real Madrid nankasa as a team no omo ye team a omo pe clutch moment. It is a team a omo gather 35 points in the last few games omo from losing positions under Carlo Ancelotti. It omo no abra onim say abena wu no afekwa na abena be so de omo. It Real Madrid in the Champions League na kwa wie na ho no mo mreba wo ye den omo de wachi beka fom. But when a flag bearer no maybe Rodri be fast had any cry but one consistent. But Jude Bellingham he is proving himself to be the most clutch player, not only for Real Madrid, but in Europe because all the numbers in the statistics to two other players who are no was so. See a checky players or must share injury time goals per the more clubs are. Statistics most goals scored in Europe in league and European competition since 2023-2024. Solot has 8 goals, 7 dying minutes now. Jude Bellingham has 6. There is Hurricane. Where the number of goals no share in 9 minutes of the game. It is able to me about say Solot go back could be or share, Not value near day. Not Atletico Madrid lead by 1-0. And a Solot to the back who can't home and near day. 2-0. It is the value will be determined by the number of minutes. Anyhow, not game near crucial the Maomo. It is a check another statistics in terms of Real Madrid players on my clutch their mopana. I was shocked because we just solu because we check the number of goals that Bellingham share. And in the year we just solu. But where Europe there no, Bellingham has the highest average goal value in Europe because all strikers since 2023-2024. Bellingham a value of 0.64 per every single goal with a total value of 21 with goals that have a huge influence. The teams, getting to the latter parts of the game. It's and no one was the first leg, Jude Bellingham step pay up because there's still Solot there, there's still Romelu Lukaku there, there's still Julian Alvarez there, there's still Jared Bowen there. So these are the statistics that backs Jude Bellingham as the most clutch player in Europe. Jude Otimibo 8, Jude Otimibo 10, Jude Obetimiabo 6. Jude Utimi is baby our park so. But in Real Madrid setup Jude is proving himself to be a proper player who can play as a number 8 and play as a number 10. I love Pedri. And now I'm new to I'm say Pedri born or born is say no. He might be the best number 8 in the world now. But I think when it comes to influence in games and being the most clutch player in games, nobody in Europe since 2023-2024 comes closer to Jude Bellingham. Obiani. And the numbers are there. Say emuya dia or no any BPM, not the ball no at to net at the amount. Kevin De Bruyne used to be that. for Manchester City. It's in America so mumienu. But then Kevin De Bruyne any oma etiba form.
Yeah.
Because assist ni goals I was expecting from Kevin De Bruyne this season, no. He's not giving you those goals.
And until na Pepe ni abrese
first leg, no. JT or didn't say money say he felt say or a clutch player or better more goals be a do maybe a more day. But oh yeah, game na near body na no ayera because age is catching up. Age is catching up with Kevin De Bruyne. And when the numbers and then the XG now, so what fit last season, even last season, the Peja Kosropa, but this season, I sat here from say ta. And on your screens in the crown, in terms of the expected assists and expected goals. And this is a huge problem. And no any be pushing Umama Mush. And then you will start ahead of Kevin De Bruyne. But me can say, stadium bia ne baby a ukwa ball su as a player when it comes to the Champions League. Football so the car then ya will at a moment in time. Oh yes. But football and stadiums are quarter now so self with Timishira Bebreno. These are iconic stadiums when it comes to the Champions League. San Siro, Old Trafford, Stamford Bridge, Anfield. Among Champions League trophies, you know. Okona timi bo ho mode ye bibi won ma why establish you in the history books asabo wasu going forward no menya so betima abresa ene umama musu be wuramu Santiago Estadio de Bernabeu
afeno okoso bia
the first leg City will try but it will be difficult for them to qualify. City will try on me try pa I didn't see first leg no e see wie ye sa last 5 minutes I didn't see wo hit yard no and one is see ye City will hope, say they will go and get something out of the game. But I think this is a game where Real Madrid that missiles and a lot of things to try and deliver at the end of the day. Meno dear, fancy. City best akuye kuku asasi no. Every year Real Madrid be qualify. City best akuye kuku no. O mesa ko asasi umama musu bo ba ko enya mo akwase City club betima she first goal.
Pep so twa montrol enye 1% o.
I say
more than 1%.
Also, Pep Guardiola position now, he is one of the greatest enemies of Madridistas for no. Due to baby our freeba, any new media would. And what no money just watch it. I do the Barcelona young confo we mo pass at the city sabe yo mo kakrebino. It omo do mo penasem kra. But you see, there is reality and there is a myth. Reality is a City can compete with Real Madrid tonight and eliminate them. But the myth is, how can you eliminate Real Madrid at the Bernabeu after someone taking the first leg win?
Or last 2 seasons, AC.
Did make us a myth? That is it. Did make us a myth? You say, I didn't Real Madrid ban. Yeah, you said, we cannot explain it. But on reality, City can go there, match them boot for boot, player for player, and try and get results. But the myth will always find itself. That is what makes the Champions League distinct. And the money demonstration among every other single competition we've seen in this world. You should be no be any aje. Tonight, just go and enjoy the game and enjoy another feeling of what the Champions League could give you in the long run. Fancy, Juventus LED 2-1. Thiago Motta, a test for him against PSV and Hoven. Tricky game after what happened yesterday. But fancy me, 2 years Juventus won enough men and missiles to do with this game. It's Juventus beating match game we see to win either half.
Okay, so Juve were away, no?
Yes, Juve were away. Juve so to win either half. I did boy Juventus plan so more defense, no more away, so much my Yiribu Pampe. But in time go to goals baby because Juventus game will bet my Bogoless cry. No, it's an away game. Thiago Motta na minimum. O metima Yirimu Pampe. No, wa qualify because he needs a qualification. But I think this Champions League format is giving us a different feeling from what we saw the other time.
Yeah.
Now the round of 16, M.A. enjoyed the other time. Remember told us we be kwaba, we be show, we be say, we be lead 3-0 first leg na be done. But I think the different feeling this Champions League is giving to us, the underdog stories, we be more huge going forward. After creating the Nations League, I think when you are the UEFA, but the relevance of whatever they've done is bearing fruit now. Belgium for any Denmark 4 teams and any other teams will come into the Champions League and they'll find a way to enter into the knockout round easily.
Because it's been Brugadiano, but being a problem one they say a Barcelona Jean-Pierre Gasperini, son of Pembekai. I was sports by so I say Ademola Lookman, one of the worst ever penalty takers, because Enra, there was Charles de Catelari and Opeswopo. there was Matteo Retegi and on also beso bo penalty no na empo e wo training no look mama penalty kra nhye na nka me say in game waba be bash and of course okay in the games wo full and be na man full and for
but yanti issue we see pa me who say amanfo play the racism card pe munya is hard no bibi keto bia na we Africa
do mo bo fo mo dwa
da bi na Africa ni tie
because Nigeria for also refer Jean Pierre say nipa na wo kana say the same person just last season wo ball hat trick
now the wabo hat trick it o mistake am obi nkana you see how we are going about this is not me catching new thing say right? We always play the racism card. Oh, share white man will come say, hey, oh, Bruyne pete. But the same white man, catch will say, hey, black man, how are you doing? I was here racism. You see, the nature of our thinking.
Black or brown?
No, we are brown way.
Brown man.
Maybe when you're brown, oh, Bruyne pete, and also for a black man, I know what.
Bruyne koko mache.
Ah, Bruyne koko mache. What you say?
Yeah, feature gongo.
Yeah, feature gongo. Oh, black man. Uzi kuntain. We are racist. You see, the subject of discussion when it comes to some of these matters, and I'm a person separate racism from it. And come African player.
Say, I didn't be a coach, no, and defend it. Nakwaran because Zlatan ebe defend it Theo Hernandez. But Fabio Capello Mumo no criticize say, ni subaya no or dive.
Young night here,
because some coach in the Canada who clearly say that's all Jack Beyakwada.
That's Ashino.
Sometimes who say I some of to hold because qualification no, now imagine I get to be a way of qualifying. But you know, enthusiasm moment of game after scoring no cover board no boshe. Kwashe so way. What must say? Kwashe board to net so I can go West penalty take.